Sharon Turner. And to his outside, I know this gang is here tonight watching in the 12C, Steve Clancy. Second row on the inside comes Terry Bivens in the number 5, and to his outside in the 3x3, that's where you'll find Nick Newton. Third row on the inside, he happened to have a good run last night at the track I normally announce at. That is a 222 of Colton Stevens. Outside of Colton in the 181, driver is Luke Neiman outside of row number 3. Inside of row number 4 in the 22M, that's where you'll find Steve McDowell, and to his outside, the Clancy boys on both ends of the heat race. On the heat race number 1, Chad Clancy in the 21C, your current points leader here at the Speedway. So some quality cars here tonight with your USRA B-Mods on hand. Oh, Mama Clancy, who do you root for? I got to know. When it's like this, when both of the boys are out there racing, the pressure's on. Shadron Turner, Steve Clancy, Terry Bivens, Nick Newton, Colton Stevens, Luke Neiman, Steve McDowell, Chad Clancy, take the green. Here we go, B-Mods in action. Shadron Turner grabs the early race lead here into corner number 1 and off of corner number 2. Good run down on the low side now by the 5 of Terry Bivens. Bivens battling out for that second spot here early on. Lap number 1 up on the high side. Watch him here off of corner number 4. Who? Oh, look out. 2 cars get together just a little bit. Turner, your leader.
Oh, yeah. That was good, too.
Steve Clancy and Terry Bivens get together down the front straightaway. That all started there off of corner number 4. Clancy gets the best of that one as he moves into the second spot. About 12 car lengths behind your current race leader, Shadron Turner, here at lap number 2. 2 down, 4 laps to go for the B-Mods. Turner, Clancy, Terry Bivens, Luke Neiman now 3rd. Nick Newton up there in that, Neiman now 4th. Nick Newton 5th. Chad Clancy trying to come up. He has gained a couple spots there in this 6th position. Steve McDowell in that 522 in 7th. Colton Stevenson 8th. We got company up front. At the line, here they come. Shadron Turner hanging on to it, but Steve Clancy is right there. Clancy already a multiple-time feature race winner here at Lakeside Speedway this year, going for another heat race win here tonight. Good one up front. At the halfway point, coming around to complete lap number 4. 2 more laps to go this time by. We could have a new leader. Clancy could have it, but Turner will dive back down to the low side. Steve Clancy now out front of this one. Good battle up front between those 2 drivers. Shadron Turner now dives to the low side, can't make it stick, nearly gets up and into the 12 of Stephen Clancy. He's able to back out of it just in time as we stay clean and green coming for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Clancy now pulling away from Shadron Turner as the white flag flies for Clancy. 1 to go. Clancy, Shadron Turner, Luke Neiman now up to 3rd. Terry Bivens drifting back to 4th. Nick Newton back there in the 5th spot, under fire there from the 21 of Chad Clancy now in that position. 6th, McDowell 7th, Colton Stevens back there in 8th. Coming around for the checkered flag will be your winner, the 12C of Steve Clancy. Shadron Turner brings it home in 2nd, followed by Luke Neiman 3rd.
Okay guys, Turner's been given. I need the 12C, the 17T, and 181 to the hot plate. 12C, 17T, and 181 to the tech area.
All right, so the top 3 being ordered to tech here tonight. Those drivers were the 12C of Steve Clancy picking up the win. Shadron Turner in the 17T was 2nd. Luke Neiman in 3rd in the 181, followed by Terry Bivens, Nick Newton, Chad Clancy, Steve McDowell, and Colton Stevens. All right, our second and final 6-lap USRA B-Mod heat looks like this. The pole setter in the 97J is Jeff Elder, to the outside the 9 of Don Mars. Second row inside, Doug Keller in the 7, and to the outside the 49 of Patrick Royalty. Inside of row number 3, that's where you'll find the 57 of Tim Powell. To the outside, the 38 is Matt Pugh. All by his lonesome back in row number 4, David Moline in the 27. 7 cars for 6 laps. Your second and final USRA B-Mod heat is green. Here we go. Don Mars charges out to an early race lead. He'll bring Patrick Royalty with him in the 49. It's a showdown between the 9 and the 49 here off of corner number 2. A little bit of contact between the top 3 drivers here off of corner number 2 as we make our way into corner number 3 for the first time. The 97 with a few problems there. Jeff Elder, something amiss on the 97 as Mars leads lap number 1. Elder now will take it to the infield. retire from this event. Could be a down tire, not sure. Now Mars gets up too high. Patrick Royalty's right there to take advantage of it. Don Mars will hang on to the lead here momentarily. Again, Mars too high over there in corner number 2. Patrick Royalty down on the low side trying to make it stick. Can't quite do it this time. Mars will hang on to the lead for now. One car stalled back here on the back straightaway. Yellow flag will fly. Yellow flag is out. Looks like the 27 of David Moline has stalled back here. Straight across from the flagman and scoring an announcer's tower here. Straight across the 27 of David Moline. Stretch here off of corner number 4 to resume racing for our second and final USRA B-Mod Heat race here tonight. 2 in the books, 4 to go. Don Mars, your leader. Patrick Royalty right there in that second spot with Doug Keller third. Green flag in the air once again. Here comes Mars. He'll bring him down the front straightaway and into corner number 1. Good move to the low side here now with the number 7 of Doug Keller as he tries to get a run on Patrick Royalty. In the meantime, Patrick Royalty tries to get a run off turn 2 to reel in race long leader Don Mars into corner number 3 here, coming around to complete lap number 3. This time by it'll be 3 laps down, 5 laps to go. Royalty unable to reel in. Don Mars still your leader. So Don Mars now continuing to check out a little bit from that battle into second spot. Side-by-side action there with the 7 of Doug Keller and the 49 of Patrick Royalty. Doug Keller able to inch forward now, maybe take over that second spot. Sole possession of second spot will go to number 7. Don Mars still your leader. Doug Keller in second. Royalty third now. Matt Pugh still on the track in that 4th position. So just 4 cars to finish it up here with just a couple more laps to go tonight for our second and final USRA B-Mod. White flag in the air for Don Mars. 1 more lap to go. Can the 7 of Doug Keller reel him in? Mars looks pretty stout here. He drifts up a little bit to the high side, gets a good charge, good run off of corner number 2. A little bit of a cushion over there to kick off of into corner number 3. Keller's coming, but it could be out of time here as Don Mars will bring it off of corner number 4 down the front straightaway, and Don Mars will pick up the win here tonight. So Don Mars picks up heat race win number 2. The victory goes to him, followed by the 7 of Doug Keller, the 49 of Patrick Royalty, and the 38 of Matt Pugh here tonight. Jeff Elder unable to finish this one. Tim Powell not able to finish as well as David Moline. So those guys will have a 18-lap main event here tonight. Your pole setter, this 21C. The points leader here at the track is Chad Clancy. To the outside in the 97J, Jeff Elder. Second row on the inside. Supposed to be the 3x3 of Nick Newton. Looks like we are missing a car up front. The 3x3 is Nick Newton. The 57 is scheduled to be Tim Powell in the 57. Then comes the 38 of Matt Pugh, and to the outside of him, Terry Bivens in the 5. Fourth row on the inside supposed to be the Shadron Turner Machine in the 17T, and to the outside we'll find the 49 of Patrick Royalty. Inside of row number 5 is the number 7, that's Doug Keller, and to his outside in the 181, Luke Neiman. Row number 6, the 12C of Steve Clancy, last week's feature winner here in the 12C, and the number 9 of Don Mars. Up next, the 22M of Steve McDowell and the 222 of Colton Stevens. Looks like the 97J of Jeff Elder has elected to go to the back at the start of this one, and the 27 of David Moline unable to join us here tonight. Problems with that machine, unable to make it out. We'll see if anybody has anything for the points leader tonight. He's got the pole, the 21C of Chad Clancy, and the 3x3 of Nick Newton off of quarter number 4. Green flag set to fly. Here we go with your USRA B-Mod main event. Clancy quickly on the throttle. Nick Newton right there behind him. Tim Powell down on the low side trying to make it stick in the 57. Good run by Powell there to get up to that 3rd spot behind Nick Newton in the 3x3. Chad Clancy out front in the 21C. He will lead lap number 1. This time around, 1 lap down, 14 remaining for the B-Mods. Good battle side by side between Matt Pugh and Shadron Turner. The 38 and the 17 going at it. Here comes Steve Clancy trying to make his way. Clancy started this one back in 11th. Clancy now well inside the top 10. Currently running in that 8th spot. Brother Chad leads this one here at lap number 2 in the 21C. Chad Clancy comfortably out front in this one. Luke Neiman now trying to make up some ground as well. Luke Neiman up into that 7th spot, going for 6 here off of corner number 2. Good battle side by side there with the 38 of Pugh. Tim Powell unable to reel in Nick Newton, your second place driver behind leader Chad Clancy. Chad Clancy out front. Nick Newton in second. Tim Powell third. Shadron Turner in the 4th spot. Good run by him in the 4th position. Doug Keller in 5th in the 7th, followed by Luke Neiman in the 181. Just behind him, a good battle ensues between the 38 of Matt Pugh and the 12C of Steve Clancy. Steve McDowell inside the top 10, as well as Don Mars trying to come up to the front with Chad Clancy still your leader. Four laps complete that time by. 4 laps down that time. Working our way here toward lap number 5, and we have a battle shaping up for that second and runner-up spot. Tim Powell's on the low side. Powell trying to get a run on Nick Newton. Can't make it stick that time. He might have to wait another lap to take over that second spot and then try to reel in race-long leader Chad Clancy. Colton Stevens, problems on the 222. Heavy smoke coming out of that machine. Colton Stevens retires to the infield here at lap number 5. Chad Clancy still your leader with that great battle just behind him, side by side between Tim Powell and Nick Newton. Shadron Turner comfortably in the 4th position, followed by Doug Keller in 5th in the 7 ride. Good run for him so far here early on. Luke Neiman down to the low side in the 181. Just behind them, the 38 of Matt Pugh, Steve Clancy, Steve McDowell, and Don Marr still inside the top 10. Seven laps down that time by. 8 laps to go. At the halfway point here for our final race of the night. Your USRA B mods with Chad Clancy with a full straightaway length advantage over now second place driver Tim Powell in that 57. Does Powell have enough time to fill out and reel in to pick out a line? Your race leader Chad Clancy out front. Tim Powell is in second. Nick Newton drops back to 3rd. Shadron Turner now putting the pressure on the 3x3 of Nick Newton. Shadron Turner in that 17T into that 4th spot. Keller still 5th. Luke Neiman 6th. Stephen Clancy is 7th. Matt Pugh 8th. Steve McDowell 9th. Don Mars runs in the 10th spot. Patrick Royalty in the 11th, followed by Terry Bivens in the 12th position in the 5. Still out on the field as well in the 97. Jeff Elder still out racing with us tonight as well. Chad Clancy comfortably out front, making everybody else comfortably numb as they try to reel him in at lap number 10. 5 more laps to go for Clancy. Tim Powell now starting to pull away from the 3x3 of Nick Newton. Chad Clancy now with a nearly full straightaway lead on second place running Tim Powell. Powell now with about a half a straightaway length advantage over Nick Newton for the second spot. Newton in the 3rd. Good battle shaping up right here for 4th and 5th. It's a good one between Shadron Turner in the 17T and the 7 of Doug Keller. Side by side into corner number 1. Keller down on the low side. Shadron Turner up high. Turner gets the best run off of turn number 2, and he'll maintain that 4th position here, coming around to complete lap number 12. 3 more laps to go for Chad Clancy out front, dominating here tonight at Lakeside Speedway to wrap up the weekend in fine style. Patrick Royalty nearly gets into the wall there off of corner number 3 and into corner number 4. That'll cost him a position now as Terry Bivens moves up into the 11th spot. White flag will fly next time around. 13 laps in the books right there. Tim Powell crosses the line here in second. No challenge for him. Nick Newton well back into 3rd. Shadron Turner pretty comfortably right there in 4th. Keller wants it, dives down to the low side, couldn't find a line, and Shadron Turner will hang on to 4th with Keller 5th. Luke Neiman now 6th, Steve Clancy 7th. The white flag out for Chad Clancy, 1 to go. 1 more lap to go. Tim Powell still maintains his second spot. Nick Newton, best battle on the track, is for the 4th position between Shadron Turner and Keller. Good battle up here as we got 2 cars together. Yellow is out right here near the end of the event. 5 and 49 get together. Patrick Royalty and Terry Bivens. Green off of turn number 4. Chad Clancy with a green-white checkered flag to finish it up. He'll try to keep Powell and Newton behind him. Green is out. Here we go. What's it going to look like in a couple laps? Nice run there for the 7 of Doug Keller, trying to get himself up in the mix He gets a good run on the outside, but ran out of room now. Good run there down the back chute, side by side still for second, and that allows Chad Clancy to drive away as he will take the white flag here off of turn number 4. One more lap to go for Chad Clancy. Tim Powell, Nick Newton, Shadron Turner, Doug Keller, Luke Neiman, Steve Clancy, Steve McDowell, Matt Pugh, Terry Bivens, Don Mars, and the 97 of Jeff Elder. For the final time into quarter number 3, he's got about a quarter straightaway length advantage over second place. Your winner tonight is the points leader here at the Speedway, Chad Clancy in the 21C. Tim Powell is second, followed by Shadron Turner third, Nick Newton fourth, Doug Keller back there in fifth, Luke Neiman sixth, Steve Clancy in seventh, Steve McDowell in eighth, followed by Matt Pugh in ninth, Don Mars is 10th, Terry Bivens in 11th, and the 97J of Jeff Elder will round out your field here tonight. Well, fans, if you're making your way out of the Speedway here tonight, before we wrap up our Victory Lane celebration here with Chad Clancy, thank you all very much for coming out here tonight. We know it's been a long night. We thank you for your patience for coming. Be safe on the way home here tonight. You saw a great feature event tonight with the sprint cars. The USAC Sprints put on a heck of a show, as did Chad Clancy here to wrap things up for you fans this evening. Here he comes, your winner, Chad Clancy in the 21C, getting it done here tonight at Lakeside Speedway to wrap up our program this evening. He'll celebrate with the whole gang down there. The family's all here, the gang's all here, celebrating with Pop down in Victory Lane here tonight, picking up the little one. Big smiles and checkered flags. The whole gang's here in Victory Lane. Mama Clancy goes home happy tonight with her son, Chad Clancy, in Victory Lane, here to wrap up the evening at Lakeside Speedway. We'll see all you fine fans again next Friday night. On behalf of Don and Donna Mars, Pete, Karen, and Dana here at Lakeside Speedway. This has been Sam Stackland for all of you tonight. Please be safe on the way home. We'll see you next Friday evening. You too, Tony. Take care, everybody. Have a good night, everyone. Lisa and all the Photogs, thank you. Great job, everybody.